Between 23rd to 28th, the Minister of Gender, Betty Amongi, met with the Minister in charge of Labor in Saudi Arabia, Ahmed Sulaiman, to enforce the 2017 bilateral deal. Speaking on the most pertinent matters, Amongi says Ugandan domestic workers have faced the risk of improper job transfers.
Most workers are complaining that they go to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the employer place them maybe to a home, they reach that home, then the owner of the home again decides to move them maybe to an auntie or to a village outside very far from Riyadh.
The two countries say a joint committee will mitigate the dangers.
The technical committee which we are establishing is supposed to make sure that these irregularities is rectified, and a mechanism to rectify it within 3 months. We will be able to come back to the country and brief you on the strategy of rectifying. But the principle of stopping it was agreed between our delegation and the delegation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the recruitment companies in Saudi Arabia that we met with.
The ministries contend a number of threats result from information gaps. The ministry says the deliberate orientation of domestic workers is to be implemented.
The existing regulations, pre-departure orientation and training of migrant workers, we agreed it should be reviewed, because there are certain complaints we found there where somebody says, but you see, when the girl came to my house, she wrote in her form that she's a devoted Muslim. But I've been monitoring her, she doesn't know even how to do anything of Muslim. She doesn't know how to recite Muslim. She doesn't pray.
The minister has also warned Ugandans who misuse the visit visa. She says the ministry will only be in position to trace official channels.
There are people who go on visit visa and then they start working. They exceed their visa. And in that country, once you exceed your visa, it is not like in other countries where you're going to play around. There you start paying penalties. They start putting penalties on you. And you find somebody has now a penalty of 20 million. Also, hardship in acquiring exit visas for children. Because now you can't avoid some of these. There are people who go there, then they get children, and they're getting birth certificates for babies born from domestic workers are very difficult.
Records from the Gender Ministry indicate 140,000 domestic workers from Uganda are working in Saudi Arabia. In the previous years, a number of migrant workers were victims of abuse, fraud, human trafficking, and death, among others. The file was compiled by Ramla Katumba for CTV PM Edition.